What? I am a proponent of the choices that are even more than enough. You believe that there are more than enough choices? You are a supporter of that idea? That we have too many choices? But what happened to this? I disagree with the idea that we have too many choices. Well, we have too many choices. We can take IELTS Academic or IELTS General Training. We can take IELTS on paper. We can take IELTS on computer. Or we can totally forget that and go for TOEFL, PBT, or IBT. And we can again forget that and get IELTS UKVI, or I don't know, there's PTE, there's CELPIP, and I'm sure there are many other local English proficiency tests. So we already have too many choices. But here we are, because we decided that IELTS is the way to go. So welcome to IELTS Juice. We're going to assess an essay about choices. Some people believe that nowadays we have too many choices. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? All right. So this is clearly an opinion essay, and it has only one main idea, your opinion, and this must be addressed and developed. Of course, the quality of the development, be it sufficient or full, will determine the score you get in your task response. However, the topic is rather short. Some people believe that nowadays, so this is a modern thing. It hasn't happened before. Or IELTS wants us to believe that this is a modern thing. Whichever is correct, doesn't matter. It is the fact now that this is a modern thing, that we have too many choices. And another word that I would like to stress here is too many choices. It has this a bit negative connotation, meaning there are many choices more than the desired one. For instance, when you go to a supermarket, there is a rack, a row filled with different varieties of, I don't know, chocolate bars, different countries' production or standards, different companies, different flavors, different badges, different percentage of chocolate, from 30% to 44% to 60%, I don't know, 82, 92%. They come in different shapes and forms. You just want a chocolate to have with your coffee or tea, or just, you know, you crave or you want a chocolate bar, and that's it. But when you go and there are too many choices, either way, we're here to talk about that. So let's start reading and learning. Here's the candidate's response. There are people, okay, who assume that we have a large number of choices currently. That's a good touch. Yeah, currently. It's a contemporary thing. While others, okay, are keen on, not one, that's a slip, making different choices due to their adventurous, spelled incorrectly. I'm going to put the correct spelling on the screen here. Their adventurous nature. I'm not sure we have two groups of people. There was just some people believe we have too many choices. That's it. This is the one. Who are these people? While others are keen on making different choices due to their adventurous nature. I'm not sure why we're talking about this group of people. Anyway, let's continue. In the modern society, in the modern century, thanks. No, I'm not saying, no, I'm saying this word thanks should be changed to thanks. Thanks to the advancements in science and successful inventions, such as technologies, inventions such as technologies, that's a bit weird. Isn't it technology a larger word than invention? And forget which one is larger than which one. Such as what technology? Technology is not an example. Technology is a huge topic. Which one? This is not a good example. It's not an example, actually. Some people may feel confused how to make. That's it. Some people may feel confused how to make. How to make. How to make. Make what? They're just confused. Like you and I, we're both confused. We don't know how they make. They just make something. We don't know. They're confused. We're confused. You are confused as a reader. We're all confused together. Have fun. Let's just enjoy the moments and stay confused together. It's going to be fun and confusing. I needed an object here. There's no object given. However, I disagree. This is not disagree. This is not spelled correctly. Again, correct spelling on the screen. I disagree with the idea that we have too many choices. Okay, so the writer clearly says that he or she completely disagrees that we have too many choices. No, there are not. That's not accurate. We have enough choices, and it's just about right. Fair. This essay will attempt to explain why having many of them is beneficial. That's not the job of this essay. That shouldn't be the job of the essay. The essay is supposed to say why you agree or disagree with it. Like I say, I agree that we have too many choices. Now, this time we say we disagree. There aren't too many choices. There are enough choices. And for that, we have some reasons. We don't want to say why they're beneficial or they're detrimental or bad or good for us. No. It's not a good intro. I am confused. I already experienced some confusion so far, thanks to grammar and maybe some word choice. Let's continue. Initially, shopping would be a good example. We start the paragraph by an example, and it's shopping. We don't have a topic sentence. It's just, we're going to talk about shopping. All right. There are incredibly a great deal. There are a great deal of clothes shops. That's better. Why do we say incredibly? There are incredibly great, or it should be there are a great deal of incredibly, I don't know why incredibly is here. I have never seen an adverb helping a to be verb like this. I don't know. Clothes shops which provide various choices to customers. Okay, good. In my view, It wasn't supposed to be about your view. This is the shopping part. But let's see. This is convenient. I'm checking if it's spelled correctly. Because people are able to choose what they would like to wear based on their taste. That's fact. That's obvious. Sometimes human beings decide to change their style, and a number of choices help them to find a perfectly suitable outlook. Okay. Really weird. Really weird. But yeah, we were supposed to talk about shopping, but we turned it into clothes shops only. So we were talking about shopping for clothes. It should have been stated here, not shopping in general. And then we talked about the change of people's taste, that is fashion, and having choices is beneficial for them. That's the entire message. I'm speechless. Let's continue. Another example which would describe the advantageous side of having many choices is traveling. Okay, I can understand now the logic. Like the writer wanted to say that I believe we do not have too many choices because hey, look at shopping for clothes and look at traveling. All right, but I needed to see those two elements in the introduction, and they should have been stated better than this. People can choose, like the writer, instead of explaining things, the writer said, I disagree, and let me give you two examples. And the examples are going to act as my defense. I could stand behind that. I could understand that. But it wasn't stated. I had to go through the thesis statement and the first body paragraph and the topic sentence of the second body paragraph to understand this fact. It shouldn't have taken this long. That's not a healthy writing response. People can choose a favorite destination almost all over the world, comma, and I think this contributes to spending unforgettable, spelled inaccurately, of course, life. Spend unforgettable life. This contributes to an unforgettable life. Why spend? This just can be, you can delete this and say an unforgettable life. For example, some people prefer to visit mountainous, spelled incorrectly, resorts, while others make the decision to plan a trip to the nature, to the wilderness. That's better than to the wild nature. Or, I don't need comma here, or at marvelous beaches. Okay. Marvelous beaches. All right, there were examples of traveling. You can say something is not right when the conclusion is larger than the body paragraph. Because the role of a conclusion is to conclude whatever you just said, to give you the juice of what has been said so far. But now, even the essay feels that the body paragraphs did not serve us very well. So the conclusion has to jump in and do the explanation, which is a bad mistake. It shouldn't be like that. We must not explain things. We must not introduce new items in our conclusions. That is already a bad practice. I haven't started reading the conclusion, and by just looking at it, looking at its size, I already have a bad vibe, a bad feeling. In conclusion, based on the facts given above, facts. We didn't see facts, we saw examples of an individual's opinion. I am a proponent of the choices that are even more than enough. What? I am a proponent of the choices that are even more than enough. You believe that there are more than enough choices? You are a supporter of that idea, that we have too many choices? But what happened to this? I disagree with the idea that we have too many choices. The writer flipped. That wasn't supposed to happen. You cannot change your opinion in 2 paragraphs. From this introduction, after reading 2 paragraphs, now all of a sudden the writer changed his or her opinion. Okay, let me tell you what I think happened. I think the writer didn't know the meaning of proponent and has mistaken it with the word opponent. So I am an opponent of the choices. Like I am against. I am not a supporter, because proponent means a supporter. Opponent is somebody who disagrees with the fact that there are too many choices. So vocabulary error, damaging vocabulary error. This is a very bad error. This is completely damaging. The entire essay was under a giant question mark. It was like, what? What just happened? Although not all, I don't need comma. Although not all individuals are confident enough to choose the most appropriate from a variety, my notion is unchangeable. Oh, sir or madam, let me break the news. You just changed your opinion from somebody who disagreed with too many choices to a supporter of too many choices. So your notion already changed. So again, no. Unchangeable is not again spelled accurately. Oh gosh, come on. Please, too many obvious spelling mistakes. This means that each person has a unique, because the first sound you hear is not a. We don't pronounce it unique. We pronounce it unique. The first sound is ye. So it's ye in English is not a vowel. In English, like French, listening is superior than spelling. So what you hear is more important than what you write. Not to mention that the word unique has some French roots, has a unique interest and attitude, or has, instead of, you can delete this, has unique interests and attitudes if you want to generalize. Hence, I don't need second comma. Having many choices allow them to find the best, which meets their requirements. What requirements? Whose requirements? Probably, again, another mistake in vocabulary, which meets their needs, not requirements. I strongly believe, no, whatever comes after, I haven't read it yet, but whatever comes after, it's definitely not strong. That modern population is privileged. in contrast with their ancestors, again spelled incorrectly, who had a limited variety. Rather they, completely useless. You could just basically delete all those two words. Whoa, what a challenging essay. I've never had such an essay before. Very weird things. A lot to learn. I loved it. I loved it. I loved reading it. I loved the challenges. I loved the fun that it brought. The the changes in words and structures were just interesting to watch. 283 words. Let's look at the band descriptors. Let's see what happens here. No wonder. Grammar, vocabulary. Oh, absolutely. Confusing. Yes, yes. Noticeable errors in spelling. Absolutely. Yeah. There are some errors in grammar. True. There are attempts to use less common vocabulary, yes, but with some inaccuracy, correct. And some inaccurate sentence structures, correct. I give it that the organization of the ideas was logical because the writer presented his or her opinion in the introduction. And we had two examples to support the opinion. One, the second one, the first one was shopping, and the second one was traveling. And paragraphing style was okay. We had, for each paragraph, especially the body paragraphs, we had central topics, but the conclusion was not really helpful. The conclusion was unclear. I did not, why we had such a large conclusion, and the writer started to say things that are not discussed in the previous paragraphs. That happens when you use examples to support your agenda, and then you're left with some explanation to do. You don't know what to do. The only place you find is conclusion. If that happens, make sure you devote a separate paragraph for the new information you are going to put. Never put new information in conclusion. Conclusion has its name. It has to conclude something. Whatever you just said, this is the place where you conclude it. So it's not a place where you actually start a new agenda or begin something. That's not the place for it. You need to finish it, close it, and you may end it with a little bit of a twist towards the end. A twist is fine, but you still need to stay on topic. But giving new information, absolutely not. So yeah, 5.5. I hope you had good takeaways from this. I enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed a different style, and I was shocked every step. So I really love the surprises I received. But hey, I hope you will work on your representatives to be better than this, and definitely help you convey the messages you want to send. On that note, be careful, take care, have a lovely day ahead.